I have my... If you couldn't tell by the title card you just saw, you are watching Ask Blue Stahli, the video segment where you ask me questions regardless of legitimacy using the Ask Blue Stahli hashtag down in the comments. You do that and I provide things that closely resemble answers sometimes. I'm qualified to do this because I am Blue Stahli, so let's begin. Everyone knows that the lost 11th commandment is, "Thou shalt have no other bacon films before Tremors." While it's true that my free time is freakishly limited, Clayton of Seldweller got me in on a big retro gaming kick, so I just recently snagged a Retron 3 console that plays NES, and Genesis, and SNES games, and I found a shop that sells a lot of the old cartridges. When I was a kid, I had NES and a few computer games, so it's awesome to have that kind of reconnection. Also, I've been diving back into trackers for music making and resurrecting some old songs that I wrote in DOS. You probably saw that video on this page or channel, wherever you're watching this. That kind of DOS deep diving has sparked my interest in abandonware, so it's all this giant pixelated vicious cycle. I'm going to break the rules and pick two. The first song is something that I have full car choreography to while singing along, and that is, of course, Let It Whip by Daz Band. The other would have to be the song Covenant by Snow Ghosts and Blue Daisy. Of course I eat the same food as you humans. I'm totally human, so I eat all the same stuff. I've had instances of people yelling out of their cars or throwing stuff at me out of their cars while I'm on a walk, a few people trying to pick fights or just saying dumb stuff, you name it. By and large, those are the few outlier examples, and most people are either indifferent, accepting, or keep judgment to themselves. I've got the self-awareness to know that I'm a ridiculous-looking kind of person, but this is how I want to look. Someone doesn't dig it? Who cares? That's probably not someone I want to know anyway, and it's a big world. There's room for everybody. Well, I never really tell what my songs are about because the important thing is what they mean to you. The point, it's to you. I have my meaning when I'm creating, but the goal is for you to apply it to your life in whatever way that is. That being said, the song Throwaway on the self-titled Blue Stahli album is something that you may like. First things first, if you're feeling suicidal, please contact someone, especially people who are pros at dealing with it. Just a few of the resources that you could do are you could do an online chat at suicidepreventionlifeline.org, or you could send an email at samaritans.org. Additionally, suicide.org has a list of international hotlines you can call, as well as links to websites, and befrienders.org has an awesome contact form where you can send them an email or find resources in your own country. I'll have those links down in the description of this video, or if you happen to be watching this on Facebook, I'll have those suckers down in the comments. Even just clicking on one of those links to see if you can get help is a display of strength. Because you're a badass motherfucker. It's hard to speak in generalities about depression and suicide because the causes and personal experiences are widely varied. I can tell you that what you're feeling is valid, and more importantly, you are valid. In the Ask Blue Stahli episode titled Interdimensional Travel, I responded to someone in the comments asking a similar question for someone else. So I'm going to read back a little bit of what I wrote because otherwise I would just wind up paraphrasing it anyway. If you like, you can use me as an example of someone who has been in similar circumstance and came out the other side and is now doing what I never imagined I'd be able to. There were many times when I just did not want to be alive and was hell-bent on ending it, and I was freakishly self-destructive during that time as well. I was essentially living for those brief, fleeting moments where a song would really affect me, or a film would give a certain feeling. Each time would only be a few seconds, but it was a few seconds of hope where there previously was none. I'm living proof that those few intangible seconds of hope can extend and you can want to live. It can happen. Sometimes what got me through was helping other people, even if it was just in the smallest possible way. Making life a little bit better for someone else can do wonders. In my case, this doesn't mean that after the difficult climbing up the mountain that you necessarily reach a plateau, because depression is still something to deal with throughout life. If you're banking on the plateau, that's only going to lead to disappointment. The reality is that you keep climbing, and even though you may stumble backwards down the mountain, you get stronger. Seriously, look at these guns. From experience, you can avoid the things that made you lose your footing, and you can help other people find their grip or throw them a rope and help them up. If I can do it, you can do it. And it's absolutely worth trying, and you are worth trying for. Not because I said so, but because you're important. So keep climbing.